Alright, welcome back everybody to another Smite Super Builds, and today we have Thor! It's been a little bit since I've done Thor. Number 89 was the last Thor build I've done. You can still use that build, that's fine. That's a little bit more basic attack-ish. This one has a little bit more power to it. And I'm also going to go over some other items that you may pick up that could be useful as well on top of this build. So let's jump right into it, starting with actives. Actives always depend on who you are, what you do, and what you plan on doing with yourself. Either that's good or bad. So greater sprints and purification beads are two pretty decent assassin actives aside from jungling. If you're jungling, of course, pick up Hand of Gods, rank 2 at start, and get Bubba's Mask. Some gods may some people or some gods would prefer having Death's Toll instead of Bubba's Mask. It's really up to you and how you see fit. But besides that, these two are pretty decent for escaping or initiating. So yeah, moving on. I'm going to go with Warrior Tabby for this. Some people may prefer Ninja Tabby, but I kind of like Warrior Tabby for this type of build. With the Warrior Tabby on Assassins, they typically pick up Jones Wrath still, and then for their next cooldown item would be Hydra's Laminate. So we're going to go with Warrior Tabby, Jones Wrath as your second item. It gives us a little bit more pin, cooldown reduction, and mana to complement that cooldown reduction. Also, the power is really good. And Thor is a little bit more of a power-hungry god, or assassin rather. And third, we're going to pick up Shift the Shield. I know this is optional, but I feel like this could work with Thor. If you're above 50% health, which typically you are if you're going to initiate a fight or try to assassinate somebody, you're going to have up to 60 physical power from this one item as long as you're above 50% health. But like I said, you're not going to initiate a fight below 50%. You're going to be above 50%. So, if you go up in the air and use your ulti and you crash down, that initial damage is going to be a nice chunk. If you want to use your 2 to stun him even longer, and then use your 3, your spin to win 3 is going to hit really hard because it's all power hungry, obviously, because it's an ability. Also, your long range pokes with your 1, you can drop your 2 down, stun him, throw your 1 down your Tectonic Rift, and when it comes back, it does damage when it hits it first, and then it comes back and hits him again. It's going to chunk him really hard. So, I mean, Shift the Shield can be a nice item on Thor. Also, the protections help him out quite a bit because, like I said, sometimes Thors will initiate with their ulti, and sometimes you can use your ulti and get into some pretty nasty fights, and that protection is going to help you out, especially when you drop below 50% health. You're going to gain plus 20 additional protections for both physical and magical, and that can help you out there. Now, moving on, as you saw earlier, Hydra's Laminate. 50 power, more power for our abilities for, our spin to win 3, our long range snipe with our 1 and our ulti. And also we get that cooldown reduction still. Also, this passive is pretty cool. Thor gets use out of this passive. So for 5 seconds after using the ability, your next basic attack will deal additional 50% of your physical power as physical damage. The effect applies every 4 seconds. Basically Polynom, but for a physical god. So after you use your ulti, you crash land, maybe you do a basic attack, it's going to have 50% more power to that basic attack. So that initial hit after an ability is going to hit pretty hard. So you get some use out of that as Thor. Moving along now, this is where you can kind of customize the Rage and Deathbringer combo. Deathbringer obviously a lot of power. But this 2 combos for crits. This is mainly for basic attacking. If you're not that big into basic attacking, you may drop one of these items for another item. Some other good power items would be like Titan's Bane. That could be pretty good for you if you may want it. If you're fighting against healers or high health regeneration gods, always pick up Walrus Beatstick. It's a good choice there. But I mean, you can feel free to mess around with some other items if you want. If you need a little bit more defense, you can replace Rage for like Void Shield. That may be useful for you. Or you can go under the Buckler and you can pick up one of these if you're feeling the pressure from the mages. Pick up the Shield of Regrowth or Runic Shield. I haven't tried out Ansel that much. It may be good for you. Never know. But you can feel free to mess around with that. If you prefer a little bit more attack speed, Shin Size is always good. So I mean, you can feel free to mess around with the, this last 2 items here. But I'm just gonna go with the Rage and Deathbringer for that. Just for basic attacks, I'm gonna show you why. Moving along here. Sprint. So we're gonna first use our 3. Spinning to win, and basic attack for 868. Not too bad. As you can see, our power is 260 physical power. Boy, that's a lot. And our protection is not too bad, 8763, and then 1.38 attack speed. So as you can see, those lovely crits of 868. He does not have hit progression, so it's just a flat rate every time you smack somebody with your gigantic hammer. Move along here. So next we're gonna use our ulti. Use our ulti here. Land on him. Basic attack for the Hydras, and there we go. So pretty simple here. Let's go ahead and try to use our 2-1 combo. Smack him up with that. Spin to win. It doesn't even phase him until he's dead. There we go. So that's wrap it up for the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.